Good morning, my loves. Happy Friday. It is a beautiful morning here at the lake. Well, Finn has another opinion. He's wanting cat cookies. He's had enough. It's about 5. It's still dark out, obviously, but the temps today are the last of the nice days. I think the high today is 80, 84, something like that. Tomorrow's in the 70s, and then we hit the 60s. So it's going to be a bit of a shock, but we're brave. It's as cold as it's going to get this year. So, you just suck it up and go with it. So yesterday I had a really nice response to yesterday's video, and I'm glad. I'm glad talking about labels struck home for some people because, you know, it's bad enough that other people give us negative labels, but then we give ourselves negative labels. I mean, seriously, I don't know how many times a day I think, God, I am such an idiot. I am such a bonehead. You'll drop something, spill something like, good grief, what's wrong with you? It's normal. But even when you say it in jest, you're saying it. So that means you're thinking it. So that means the thought is in your head that you really do feel that way. Yeah, I know I'm not a bonehead. I know I'm not an idiot. But I am human and I make mistakes. I acknowledge my mistakes and I do practice self-care. So I can cut myself a little slack. But let's stop with the negative labels, okay? Giving ourselves negative labels. I deal with so many people who are in recovery, and it's a struggle for them. And the sad thing is, if you are an alcoholic, if you are an addict, that's one label. That is a true label that you need to carry with you, that you are an addict. But I don't want you to carry that with a negative context, that you're a failure, that you're weak. No. You're an addict in recovery. You are a recovering addict. You're an addict in recovery. Maybe you're struggling, but claim it, name it and claim it, and be proud of it. Be proud of the fact that you are recovering. For those in remission, honey, been there, done that. It is a long, hard battle to get to remission. And many times you will get really, really close to remission with having cancer, and you will get so close to that time when they say, okay, we've almost made remission, and then your counts will go back up. They'll find something on a scan, and it's like, God, I don't want to go through this again. Just hang in there. Just hang in there. It's okay. Because remission is possible. And I think, now this is just a me thing, and having been a cancer survivor, 90% of fighting cancer or any chronic illness, terminal illness, is your mindset. The bear can have you, you can have the bear. You can have cancer, cancer can have you. You can have your addiction can have you. Step in, take control, and be proud of that. It's your life, you claim it. And don't let anybody else convince you that they're right because of their horror stories. It reminds me of when women are going to have a baby, and you might be in the doctor's office and a waiting room full of women, and this is a first-time mom, and this one has 2 or 3 kids, and this one's into natural childbirth, and this one is all about the epidural, and you're listening to the horror stories, and it totally freaks out the first-time mom because everybody is sharing their stories. Well, this is how horrible it was for them. But that's their journey. That was them. You're you. Same thing with cancer. I know so many people, when I got sick, were telling me, now when it was me, this is what you can expect. Honey, that was your journey. That's fine. Thanks for sharing that. But this is my journey with my cancer. And I came out on top. So can you. And I tell this to addicts all the time, people dealing with addiction, everything from drug addiction, alcoholism, porn addiction, shopping addiction, gambling. That's their stories. This is yours. You're an individual. This is based on you and, what's happened in your life, your lens. That's their outcome. This is yours. And I want you to step into it and take control because you're worthy. You can have the bear can have you. And stop the negative self-talk. That's got to stop. It really, really does. Because you say it enough and then you're going to believe it. If somebody tells you something long enough, you're going to believe it. I knew someone eons ago, and very pampered guy. When I met him, he was an adult, but oh my gosh, super toxic mom had always told him he was the smartest person in the room. When he was in elementary school, he was smarter than the teachers. They knew nothing. This guy was not, I mean, he was intelligent. Yeah, he was not that smart. He was by no means a genius. He was intelligent. He was educated, but good grief. To hear his mom, he was the next Einstein. And he believed it. He was totally obnoxious. People couldn't stand to be around him because he was obnoxious. And he didn't see it. He refused to see it because his mom told him. That didn't do him any good in life at all. So be careful what you believe when other people say it about you. That's their opinion of you. And be careful what you repeat about yourself, because what other people say can become a tape in your head that just replays over and over and over, and you hear that 24/7. In my case, when my ex left me, this was many years ago, he left me for an 18-year-old. He was 58, and he waited until he had a girlfriend, and he waited till she turned 18, and they left the country. Yeah. Now, this is what I look like. I'm not any prize, but it could be a lot worse. And nope, he wanted this little girl and she wanted his money. And they left the country together. And as he got in the cab to go to the airport, he turned to me and said, "No one's ever going to want you because you're old and wrinkled and ugly." And do you know, for the longest time, I believed that. I genuinely believe that. I still got up every day. I put my makeup on, I did my hair and my nails, but that still was in the back of my head, that I was old and wrinkled and ugly, and I truly believed it until one of my best friends set me down and said, "Look who told you this. Could you really believe anything he ever told you?" Which was a good point. No. I mean, if he said it was daytime, go look. She said, "But now you're going to believe something he told you about yourself? Would you go to this person and ask them for their opinion about you?" Oh, hell no. But yet you're believing their opinion about you. Well, that did it. And then I felt kind of stupid, like of all things to believe, this person. So stop the negative self-talk, because those tapes, those negative tapes that play in your head, can destroy you. I know for some people, especially for kids, it's awful, because theirs are, "You're fat, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're worthless, nobody wants you. Your mom left because she couldn't stand to be around you. No wonder your daddy's gone." Just horrible, horrible things that other kids say to kids and that adults say to kids. And that's in their head. And then you wonder why they turn to drugs and alcohol. If nobody in their family is supportive and nurturing to them, to listen to them, to hug them, to tell them good night and they love you, all you hear is that negative, of course they're going to go to a gang where people are lying to them and trying to get them to feel accepted. Now they're going to use them, abuse them, and throw them out, throw them under the bus, absolutely. But at least they feel like they belong. They're not hearing the negative tape. And that's just with some kids. Kids make mistakes. Think about your teenage years. The first time you drank and got caught, the first time you stayed out after curfew, I remember that, and got yelled at. Maybe you got pregnant. Maybe you got somebody pregnant. Maybe you did drugs. You got arrested for whatever. Just remember all of that and everything that was said to you at that time. Can you still remember verbatim what was said and how you felt? Is that tape still in here playing? Because for a lot of people, it is. It's still there and they still believe it. Girls that get pregnant, maybe they were raped, maybe they were just promiscuous, maybe they were just experimenting with sex, trying to fit in with the crowd, but now their families, their parents told them they're filthy sluts. Maybe they got pregnant. Now, we're not raising your kid. You're out of here. 14, 15 years old, and the parents throw them out. That's not right. Now there's still a baby having a baby. They need more love and support and understanding right now than ever before. Not to endorse and condone their behavior, but to light their path and say, okay, you screwed up. We're going to help you get on your feet and, point you in the right direction. We got this. We got this. It's going to be okay. But just think about the negative self-talk. Things you tell yourself every day, things you still hear every day. I remember things people have told me that just cut me to the core. And it's still there. And it will always be there. Now, why did they say it? They were angry. They were mad. They were jealous, envious, pissed off, drunk, high. But you remember it. Now, is it true? No. But I still remember what they said. Think about the self-talk. Think about the tapes playing in your head. And just like with the labels, you can change up your tape. You can try affirmations. Every day, look yourself, when you're brushing your teeth or washing your face, whatever, and tell yourself that you're worthy, that you're beautiful. You have nice eyes, you have a nice smile, lovely bone structure, good hair, whatever, but that you're a good soul. Don't focus on superficial stuff like your looks. Go inside. You have a good heart. You have a good soul. You're a good friend. You're loyal. You're a good listener. You're there for people. Create your own tape that is positive and uplifting and that truly reflects who you are and who you want to become, because you're worthy. And I have so much faith in you. It's all part of self-care, my love. Have a good weekend.